Good evening, and welcome to another episode of What the Health, coming at you live every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I am Dr. Dan with the latest and greatest and tried and true health trends in order to help us all as a community get healthy and stay healthy for a lifetime. So, obviously, a lot of craziness over the past week with elections, and as I always try to do, this is not going to be a political post. I am going to be focused on what I know best, and that's how to help you and your family get healthy and stay healthy for a lifetime. So, this evening, I want to answer the question that I get so many times, especially in light of our new baby daughter, who is 2.5 weeks old. At this point, she'll be 3 weeks on Wednesday evening. But I want to share the question: when do you start seeing kids in your office? And it's a great question, a question I answer all the time, especially since we see so many different families in the office. But really, it comes down to we have a very simple saying in the office. We focus on womb to tomb chiropractic care. And, it's just a funny saying that, people can remember. But the reason we talk about that is, when it comes to optimizing your health and well-being, it really starts in the womb. It actually even starts even pre-conception, making sure that both parents, mom and dad, are as healthy as possible, so that when they do conceive their child, that the child has the best environment to grow and develop in. But really, when it comes to chiropractic care postnatally after birth, we can see kids as young as a couple, as an hour or two old, and then as soon as the parents are ready and comfortable to bring them in. Now, I had the wonderful opportunity of being present at my daughter's birth and actually got to have the opportunity to catch her. But yeah, once we went through and made sure that she was coming around and going through that that transition from the womb to the real world. I had the opportunity to give her first chiropractic check and adjustment. The birth process can be very challenging for mom and baby. There is a lot of force that comes into play. So, and the position of baby and how they are positioned in the mom's womb can have a big impact on that tiny developing spine. So making sure that that spine is in very good, healthy alignment so that it can continue to grow and develop healthfully is really a very important key aspect of proper child development. And again, reason being is there's an intimate relationship between the alignment, the healthy alignment of the spine, and the optimization or the function of the nervous system. It is really amazing to watch as a practitioner, and I see this all the time. Babies who are very colicky, or babies who really have a difficult time, nursing and just relaxing. They're under a significant amount of stress, and so they're constantly curling in on themselves. They're not able to relax their body. And when you give the proper adjustment and make sure that everything is aligned properly, you can just watch that tension subside, in their entire system. So babies adapt very, very quickly to adjustments. Adults can take a lot longer because maybe they've had stress build up in their life, throughout their lives. But babies can adapt very, very quickly, and making sure that their spine is optimally aligned and moving properly, very important. And we have another saying that we talk about in the office, and many family and pediatric chiropractors talk about this all the time. It is a lot easier to raise healthy kids than recover sick adults. So, if you have the opportunity to take a developing spine and make sure it's in optimal alignment and motion throughout the stages of development of spinal development, then by the time spinal maturity hits, which is usually between the ages of 20 to 24 years of age, then you have the opportunity to make sure that that spine is in good, healthy alignment and motion, and you don't have any major, health challenges. I just recently started seeing, a family. And you can actually see there are certainly, some genetic connections to spinal alignment. When you look at mom and dad, and then the relationship of siblings. But you also, that's such a tiny factor when it comes into the actual growth and development of the spine. And there are some major developmental milestones that happens in order to make sure that you do grow and develop healthfully, specifically when it's talking about your spinal health. And one of the key developmental factors is making sure that the extensors of the spine, that's the muscles in the back of the spine that actually allow you to arch the back and lift the head up, those are developing as secondary, to allow the body to really get into a relaxed and developmental and healthy state. So I'm going to actually post a couple pictures here of my daughter to actually show those extensor muscles, because when you're born, you're only born with one curve from the top of your head down to your butt. But as you develop in a healthy developmental cycle, you should actually develop a curve that goes the opposite direction in the neck and the opposite direction in the low back. Those are called secondary curves, and those curves develop as we move and develop through our environment. And so many people have heard the term tummy time, and so the development of those spinal curvatures, the development of good, healthy alignment of your spine starts at this young age, as young as a newborn, because they're starting to arch their back and access and stretch and engage those muscles in the back part of their spine, which they did not do very much at all when they were in the womb, because all they were was curled up in that primary, that primary curvature of their spine. So now that they're out into the world, then they're starting to arch their back. They're starting to, gain that musculature for good, healthy alignment of the spine. And chiropractic care from the start can help them with that process. So help them with good, healthy development so that they grow healthy. And again, we're raising healthy kids, not recovering sick, damaged, dysfunctional adults. So with that being said, if you have a child who is looking for a chiropractor or think could benefit from chiropractic care, please reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to help you find someone in your area if you're watching this and not in my area in the southwestern PA region. Otherwise, thank you so much for stopping by this evening, and make sure that you look down below in the comments section. We'll post some of the pictures that I had of our newest daughter, Joanna, and how it's really cool to actually watch those muscles engage in the back part of the spine, and how that is such a major impact for spinal development starting at such a young age. So how young do I start to see families in my office? As young as a few hours to a few days old, and womb to tomb chiropractic all the way up into 80s, 90s, 100s, and beyond. I'm still waiting on working on my first centenarian, but I know in my career at some point we will be getting there very soon. So thank you so much for stopping by this evening. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to us in the comments down below, or private message us directly. And I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Until next time, stay healthy, my friends.